Hey guys, it's Stephen Leake. I've got something different, a little bit different tonight. I'm just basically making a public announcement, a commercial, whatever you want to call it, about a product I've got, Guardian Shield. I don't have like a really a reliable way to just release a bunch of software and stuff. To do that really as a private person costs about $100 per thing. To do that through like the Apple app, anything like that, or the Google any store, anything like that. What I can do though, I can put code on GitHub. I can basically make it where I can release a download on my own website, stephenlee.com, and then if you also download Python 3.9 and kind of do some more developer type stuff, you can basically help me turn that into an actual app or program that you can run. But the reason I invented Guardian Shield is basically a signals filter for your phone or your computer. It basically blocks out any unwanted stimulation, any hidden kind of signals or information that's coming in that you would not really want coming in. It gives you a way to like say, do I want to explain? It basically explains what's to all this incoming data. It gives you a way to where it says, do you want to block this? Do you want to accept this? Or do you want to like hold this for later? And it gives you an option on what comes in. And basically, you have a way to look through what's coming in. It explains what it is, and it gives a suggestion on what to do about it. That's basically all it does. It's kind of like a bouncer on the signals that come in, the data that's coming into your phone. Now, this is one attempt because, like, on a giant portion, I mean, not most of them, but a significant minority, and I'm talking about like 30% of all my followers, everybody that follows me, that knows what I'm talking about, that's a regular consumer of my information, has been, since before they met me, experiencing directed energy type of shit, harassment, targeted type of stuff. They have weird shit happening in their lives. That's also happening in my personal life, just not always to the extent that some of these people are experiencing nasty shit. Like it happens in my own life. I've got like, my personal site is hard to get to and shit like that. It's always something. And that is not anything that I can do just from my own webpage, but it's kind of a structural thing that's going to be true of the internet. And I always suggest using Firefox. That's the most reliable browser that gets to my site. I've got so much stuff on there that is like helpful tools and digital tools. And I've got physics and information. There's a good reason it's not easily accessible, just realistically. But point back to Guardian Shield. There's a specifically software and it exists on my GitHub. Stephen Leake 99, and also the account on GitHub, and also John Connor is here for you. With the 4 in you is a number in the letter U. So John Connor is here for you. I've got code on that, and I've also got one just like a private thing I developed my own stuff with. So if you could check out Stephen Leake 99, and then John Connor is here, number 4 letter U. I have my public available tools, and then also at stephenleake.com. My Guardian Shield download is there and available, and it will download. It just doesn't do like a public visual. It just doesn't do a visualization of like going into your file, but it's going to be there if you look for it. Then you also have to run Python 3.9 or later, and then you can have a way to run it on your computer and on your system device, whatever. And all that really does is if you're then still experiencing this directed energy shit and this harassment and this kind of stuff, all that really, what we can do then is we can eliminate the phone as the source of all this shit. Now, it is not purely only just signal stuff. There's multiple layers to this. What people have told me, what I've experienced myself. It will get rid, if it works, and if it's just your phone and the signals on your phone are the source of some of this stuff, it'll just block some of that and give you a way to control what comes on your phone. This is going to be, and if this works though, this is a massive beachhead in the fight for freedom and like digital sovereignty, and like what the public has to basically defend itself from this fucking onslaught we're all seeing everywhere. That's one of the main things I do. And if it's happening in my own life, maybe not to the extent that some of y'all experience it, but at least a little bit, that I know it's a real thing. Yeah, that's one of my top concerns, right? I have to get at least my own people and myself not being actively fucked with and toyed with by whatever this is, right? To the point that we actually just keep going and like do our work without being fucked with. That's one of my top priorities. I've been talking to Star. I've been talking to Eric, about this. I just have had the vice president that I work with, my best friend, it's like my little brother. His mother died, just a close personal family friend. I've loved his mother for decades. This guy dated my little sister forever, stuff like that. And on top of being like a Citadel graduate and with like honors and all this kind of stuff, he was a Peace Corps guy. I mean, this is a top-notch, like hardcore good guy. That's like only people I deal with really. But anyway, he's got a death in the family. His mother passed away, and I'm just dealing with that right now. But one of the things I wanted to say was, if you are experiencing what I've described, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, just don't worry about it. It's not gonna. It doesn't affect you. You're not gonna be convinced that it is a thing by me talking about it. For a lot of people, this is the reality, and it's very unpleasant. So if you are experiencing that, go to StephenLeake.com, download the Guardian Shield, do the Python, and everything else. And if that still does not work, if it doesn't make at least a dent in what you're experiencing, we're gonna just eliminate that your phone is not like the one source of this. We just have to go through everything that way. I guess that's my best guess at how to do this. Anyway, my PSA for today. You know what I'm saying? We can do this for everything though. So I can go to my site, StephenLeake.com, and I'm going to make this also available at the smartaatools.com, the new Monarch X platform. I still have to like pay every month for all this stuff. It's like an ongoing thing. It has to come out of like my personal like food and coffee money, right? So I'm like constantly dealing with that. So if you can help me out, it is not necessary, but it would certainly make my life easier. Anyway, that's what I'm doing, and I've got a way. I'm going to be doing a live stream event. It's going to be $1. I'm only going to do that just to make sure that just random people don't come in. That anybody there is going to be there on purpose. We have the actual serious sit-down conversation about what I've done, from the physics I'm looking at, everything I've kind of come to understand. Explanations of like the current geopolitical situation, meditations on what the Christian faith is in the modern